This video will introduce a new feature in Leankor called the Project Rollup Board, which was introduced in release 1.184. Every project within Leankor now has a rollup board. I'll go ahead and open a project in my demo folder. And here we'll see, in addition to the project boards, I also have one board called a rollup board. The rollup board allows me to use an individual card on the board to show the overall status of an entire separate project board. So here I have 3 cards, demo boards 1 through 3, and each one of these individual cards reflects the date and completion status of the board in question. Let's go in and take a look at demo board 1 and I'll show you what I mean. So here's my demo board 1, and if I go ahead and update the status, I'll take this card, number 2, and I'm going to mark it as complete. Now, before I do that, let's go back and look at the roll-up board and see what it was showing. Demo card 1 was 40% complete. I'll come in here and I'll change this item to complete, and let's go back and look at the roll-up board. It's now changed to 60% complete. Let's do one more. I'll take another card here, mark it as complete. And we were previously at 60%. We're now at 80%. So it automatically updates this one card on my roll-up board, the status of the entire project board. It also does the same with dates. If I look at my dates here, demo board 1 is 16 days long and it ends on October 4th. Let's go and change the date on one of the cards. I'll move it out to October 11th. Now I'll come back into my roll-up board, and there we go, 23 days long, ending October 11th. It's a very handy way for you to get, at a glance, the current status of all the project boards in your project. Now, in order to add a new board to this roll-up, we first need to add a parent card onto the roll-up board itself. And I'll give it a category, and I'll call it demo board 4. Now I don't need to worry about dates or the status of completion because that will all come from the child project board. So there's my card, demo board 4. Now the next step is to go into my project boards and open up the demo board 4, and I will link this back to the roll-up card. So in order to link all the cards on this board back to the parent card on the roll-up board, I just go into my preferences and I'm going to set the default link. And we open up, pick the project we want it to link to, demo project. And the board we want to link to is always the roll-up board. And then we pick the card on the roll-up board. So here's the card that I just created, demo board 4. I'll select that and click save. Now, if we go back into our roll-up board, there we go. We now see the dates have been updated. The status of the board has been updated. One of the key things to watch is that you want to make sure for your roll-up board, in the preferences, that you always have the roll-up flag set. And that's under board settings and roll-up mode. And that is activated. As long as that is activated, the roll-up board will capture the status and dates of all the cards that are linked up to each of the cards on this board. Another way to use the roll-up board is to also link the card on the board back to the project board in question. The way to do this, if I come into my card demo board 4, I'll open up the edit icon, click on link, and now I can provide a link from this card right back to the project board that it relates to. First, I select my project, and now I'll choose the board, demo board 4, and hit save. And now it's established a link right from the roll-up board back to the entire project board. So if I'm, say, an executive or manager in looking at the status of a project and I want to see the details, I can just come here, click on the link, and it will open up the project board for me. Thanks very much for watching.